Welcome back. Today is day 4 of a 30-day video challenge where I talk to camera for about 5 to 10 minutes about a certain subject, whatever I come up with that day, to get better at my skills at talking to the camera, to help me relax, to hopefully give me some kind of way of gaining practice and becoming more comfortable being behind the camera. So today, kind of my focus is on storytelling. Now, storytelling is not completely new to me, but storytelling with video is completely new. It's totally outside my comfort zone. I know very little about it. So, I've known about storytelling through writing for a little while now, but I would not consider myself an expert in storytelling through writing. It's just something I'm more familiar with. I currently more write more things probably in either the faith space, like faith topics, or about brain health or mental health, about technology. I write a lot of newsletters, and so that is something I'm very comfortable with and using story in that context. But when it comes to video, I don't have the first clue about telling a story. And so going through this process of getting better at talking on a camera is something that I really did not anticipate. As an author, I've known for a while that I need to get better at video. I have yet to publish a book. I have one book pretty well done, uh, but I'm working on it and trying to wrap it up so that I can self publish the book. I have several others that are lined up, but I have to publish the first one in order to move on to those other ones. So for a while, I've known that I need to get good at video and being on camera, but I've totally avoided it because I'm largely an introvert. I'm very introverted. And the idea of being on camera really, oh man, I just don't like it whatsoever. So, this process kind of started before, well, it started, I've been making videos for a long time. Most of those videos were in school when I was going to university for mobile development, learning to make iOS and Android apps. And so during my time at school, we were required to film what I would call screencasts, where you are basically explaining something and you're largely showing your screen on your desktop of your computer. And you may show the screen of a phone to kind of demo a certain app that you built. But that's where I got started making videos, was there. I had to make one for every class every week. And so I started using a tool called ScreenFlow. Got really good at using it because I used it a lot. I really disliked seeing myself on camera, so a lot of times I might show myself in the corner in a very small window, and that was my comfort level. I didn't like myself on camera, and so I avoided it. And so I've made videos for a while, but I didn't really think of it as that. That was just something I had to do for school. So as an author, trying to get better at being on camera, because I know it's a part of being a successful author in 2024 and going forward. I know that writing is not just about writing. So I've known I need to get better at this for a while now. And I started watching all these videos when I decided to do this challenge to try and learn how to make my videos better. Again, I make content for another channel that I'll list in the comments, or I'll list it in the description. That is for the Overflow Community. And I started making those videos not real intentionally, but we have a support group that meets every Sunday. And so a lot of times people that couldn't make it to our support group would kind of feel left out when they missed. So what I started doing there is I started hitting record on our support meetings, or our group support meetings, and I started recording the portion of the meeting where I would teach new material. Of course, the rest of the meeting would not be recorded, but it was just a time for me to record the teaching that we were going over and share that with other people. And so over time, I made a lot of videos for the community. And so I started learning that process. And so it was kind of a side project. It was not intentional that I wanted to make videos. It was that I wanted something for a specific purpose. So that's how I got started there. Knowing that I need to be better at video because I was quite frankly boring on video. And so I started watching all these YouTube videos when I started this challenge because I wanted to get better. I wanted my content to be better. I wanted to know how to light my videos because you can see right now I don't have any special lighting. All of my lighting is overhead lighting, which is really horrible. And so I wanted to learn how to make my lighting better. I wanted to learn how to make my sound better. Right now, my microphone is a Rode Podcaster. It's mainly for podcasting. And so I started researching microphones for making videos. And I started doing all this deep dive on what type of tools I need to purchase, or what type of tools can I purchase to make the biggest impact on my videos. The idea here is not to spend a lot of money. I don't want to spend a lot of money on this. It's what tools can help me with the task of telling a story. So as I started watching all these videos, what happened is I really fell in love with this idea of storytelling on video. And so as you saw in my last video, which would be day 3, if you haven't seen it, I will also list it in the description if you want to go back and watch it. But what I was talking about in that video was just how Casey Neistat, famous vlogger on YouTube, really inspired me through his content. And I talk about in depth there. You can go and watch that. I don't want to repeat it here, but it really helped me start to fall in love with this idea of storytelling. And the tools that he uses are tools. You can tell he loves gadgets. He says he loves gadgets, but they're all for a specific purpose. And so I've really started paying attention to different elements of storytelling. Tonight I went to church, which I go to Life.Church, which you can find at Life.Church. And they are fantastic storytellers. And so I was watching things that I've never really watched and paid attention to before. I was watching their lighting, where they chose to put lighting, what cameras they were using, the angles they were using, what was going on before, where I could see that they had prepared for this, how they had scripted it, all of the different things that I've never really paid much attention to. Before, I had largely looked at the gear, was fascinated with the gear, but didn't pay attention to why it was there or why they were using that particular item. So I've started to look at things very differently just by going through this process. And it's really intrigued me. I want to know more. I can't get enough of it. I can't watch enough videos learning about it. I'm not really interested in watching tech reviews for the sake of watching tech reviews. They're pretty boring. But I do like to watch any videos that are about the craft of storytelling through video. I want to learn from all of the experts and find out what they know through their years of knowledge. So it is really hard to comb through all of the content that is on YouTube to find the really quality pieces that are on the same level as Casey Neistat's videos. So if you have any recommendations, please list them down in the comments. I would love to watch them if you have any good recommendations. So that's kind of my story of like where I'm kind of going with this, how I got started here, and things that I'm learning. So I hope to share more in the future, but I'm already at 10 minutes and I said that I would be about 5 to 10 minutes. So until tomorrow, have a good one. We'll talk to you tomorrow.